Good morning, everyone. My name is Oti Boybe, and I'm here to talk about compulsive buying disorder. While it may not sound like much, compulsive buying disorder causes a huge problem for those involved in the disorder. Well, compulsive buying disorder is described as an obsessive shopping behavior that causes unfavorable outcomes to the person involved. It's also called oniomania, and as a result of the fact that research on CBD is relatively new, it's yet to be classified. It has no classification, so it's often associated with OCD, mood and addictive disorders, and so on. Even though interest in disorder is more prominent now, an article, Impulsive Compulsive Buying Disorder, a clinical overview, which was written in 2008 by Bernardo Del Oso, stated that impulsive compulsive buying disorder was first described in 1915 by German psychiatrist Emil Kraepelin. And there are also examples of historical figures who allegedly suffered from the disorder. And these include Mary Todd Lincoln and William Randolph Hearst. And we also have Princess Diana and Marie Antoinette. Now, if we were to observe these people or other people suffering from the disorder, we'd notice that they get very preoccupied with shopping. They devote a lot of time to shopping, and they will probably describe a growing level of anxiety, which results in a feeling of fulfillment after the item is bought. Also, Donald W. Black, in an article called A Review of Compulsive Buying Disorder, highlights 4 different phases of CBD. And these phases are anticipation. This is where they develop this shopping urges. Preparation, where they prepare to go shopping, get their credit card ready and stuff like that. And the act of shopping, and then spending, which leads to a feeling of disappointment in yourself. It is thought that negative emotions are usually what precedes CBD, and while relief from the negative emotion is the most common after effect. People with CBD either shop alone or with their friends, or they also shop anywhere. It could be in stores or garage sales and stuff like that. It really doesn't matter, as long as they get something for themselves. Those with little income can still be subject to the disorder, so it really doesn't matter how much money you have. So, it does cause a problem for those who have low income. A 2014 article written by Priscilla Laurencio Lead, Psychotherapy for Compulsive Buying Disorder, a systematic review, cites various case studies, such as in 1985, a clinical case was presented of a 30-year-old woman married to a famous billionaire, and I quote, buying outshined her feelings of humiliation and worthlessness for feeling out of control. As a result of the fact that CBD is mostly not considered a mental illness like now, treatment suggestions mostly stem from comparison of similar disorders. So therefore, pharmacological treatment, which involves the use of drugs, and psychotherapy mostly most especially cognitive behavioral therapy, proved to help people with the disorder. And I would like to show you a video.
Trouble. Oh, guys, that. Or online, kids were into trouble. Oh my God, I spent again. I know better than to spend. I owe all this money.
This woman has asked not to be identified. We'll call her Carol. She says shopping has not only filled all 3 of her closets,
I would just love an empty closet.
but put her deep in debt.
What am I doing spending? I can't afford to put any more on my credit card.
But yet she does. She and an estimated 17 million Americans are compulsive shoppers or shopaholics.
And this is beyond the occasional binge. We're talking about a chronic, persistent kind of behavior where you experience often a high degree of debt and financial instability.
Terry Schulman specializes in shopping addictions.
Give me an idea of what a shopaholic, compulsive shopper, what are they feeling and thinking when they're in a mall or shopping?
Typically, the shopaholic is experiencing an incredible rush or surge of euphoria.
There's a certain joy of the hunt.
For Carol, the hunt is finding great buys at local thrift stores, but with the shopping highs come the lows.
And then it's like, there's guilt, this horrible guilt.
If you are
We've heard from someone who actually suffers from the disorder, and I chose this topic because I found it really interesting, and I had no idea it was possible for someone to develop this kind of disorder. Thank you.